I'm going to start this, just an update on Logan Stanley. He's having surgery today. He'll be out on his knee, so it's minimum 4 weeks. So tough news on him. So yeah, we'll just he goes in the shelf there with Villy. So.
Is that another guy too? We asked you this last week, Scott, about kind of having a fatherly chat with Villy for all that he's been through, and it's a somewhat similar story for Logan, whether it's been injuries or having to be patient.
Yeah, 2 years ago when I first came here, he broke his ankle, and on a shot, and then came back. I think it was the first game back against Chicago. He broke it again, and so he never ever got to really get going with the new coaching staff. And then last year, obviously, a little bit had more to do with numbers, but played lots for us at the end of the year when we had some injuries. And he was so excited about this year, about getting in, and he was pretty much going to be one of the fixtures in our group. So, and he also has that that size and physicality that that we also needed. And so it's a big hit for us, and I just hope that he gets recovered and gets himself back as soon as possible.
Certainly looking at the morning skate today, it looks like Hayden Fleury on that side. Did you have to reassure him that playing with Colin Miller is not a bad thing?
It was actually Millsy. He asked me about, be careful who you put with me. So, but yeah, no, I'm excited to see those two. Get them a look. Same thing with Koff, getting him in here again, and see how he gets into the lineup, playing with a good lineup against a good team. So Minnie's lineup, it's going to be a good one. So good challenge for a lot of the guys tonight, especially on that back end.
Just a quick question, Scott, on, you mentioned it yesterday where Colin felt a little more comfortable around the 16-minute mark than, 23 minutes. Dylan the other night was around the 25-minute mark. Do you want to see how these guys manage the extra minutes, or do you also want to see when they're, more or less in their comfort zone, how they do in that phase as well?
I think that we're still probably tonight, because we don't know Morrissey, no DeMello, so their numbers will be a little bit higher than what the normal, maybe like you said, normally what they are. But we tried to spread it out the other night with all those guys playing their first game. Tonight we'll make sure that we talked about making sure that we spread it out. They're going to each have equal power play guys, and then also penalty kill guys. Certainly don't want guys running 25 at this time of year. So we'll try to bring that number down where all six are a little bit closer.
Scott, with Logan, was it something that had been bothering him, or did it just come up?
It's a meniscus. I've had 3 meniscus surgeries myself. It's one of those things that it's just something that happens. He was doing some warm-up movement, and it just tweaked. And after that, I'm not going to be the medical doctor here, but he felt it, and went and obviously our docs looked at it, and then that was a decision today.
Safe to say having 2 defensemen go under the knife just over a week into camp was not in the playbook?
Not how I drew it up there a week ago, 2 weeks ago, a month ago. So, but that's the end of it. We've talked all training camp long about opportunity, and it's yours to take advantage of. And we have some holes right now, and those guys that are fighting for those spots, now it's time to step up.
So you've got Solomonson and Coughlin paired together, right? And both those guys can play the right side. It's Elias that's going to play the left today. Is that a matter you want to see what he looks like there?
He's actually talked about it, playing it in Europe there. He's played there. They both said they can play there, so it's more about just kind of, see how it goes. And kind of the other night we threw Lundy over there and he played left side, looked real good. So we'll just, kind of put him, get him out there again, make sure that everything's, they're feeling comfortable there. And right now we've got which is a rarity, got a little bit more abundance of right shots, so we'll just play it as it is.
Obviously you have a couple guys injured, but would the plan be, Scott, after tonight, you get the day off tomorrow, and it looks like you're kind of down to one ice session starting Sunday, that you would make some moves tomorrow? So does that put some extra emphasis on maybe some guys tonight?
Yeah, we'll reduce numbers. Whether it's tomorrow or Sunday, we'll probably get to a little bit more workable group for our Sunday practice. Like I mentioned, our big guys got to get their reps here, and obviously we have competition. We got battles that are going on, and those guys need to get into those things. It's not just, I know the exhibition games are situations where you get to see them in live play, but it's also, for me, it's the coaches to watch guys in practice when they get into battle drills or stick detail, when they get into rush chances, opportunities, how they handle those situations, or forward defense. We're watching not just the games, we're watching a lot what's happening in practice too, so whether guys are picking stuff up.
So Coughlin, Fleury, Salomonson, Lundmark, how would you describe the job your general manager has done in giving you options?
Well, the biggest thing, I mentioned it before, is that you know, last 3 years, so the free agency, I've sat in that room, and you know, it's you know, trying to get guys to come to Winnipeg. It's a tough sell, and at the end of the day, the biggest thing we talked about was our depth, and we've done a fantastic job, I think, in all levels. From our goaltending, we got 5 guys that, you know, depth here. Our defense, exactly how we're in this position right now with the injuries, and then up front, we got some battles. We had some young guys situation, and you know, in Lambeau and Chipperkoff being able to maybe be those options with the top 6, and then we got the bottom battle going on with our bottom 6. So yeah, no, when that's all you ask as a coach, is that if you have NHL players able and ready to go when you have these type of situations, that's what they did, getting us having that depth in the summer.